Let's just bypass the basics today and jump straight into dissecting the algorithm behind Bilevel Autoresearch. Look, if auto-research is itself a form of research, then logically, we can apply an auto-research loop to optimize the loop itself, right? That's exactly what we're looking at here. So, let's nail down the specific bilevel optimization problem we're tackling. Now, this isn't your standard gradient-based meta-learning. We're establishing a strictly non-differentiable analog where the actual programs serve as the parameters. It's a fascinating contrast. The upper level optimizes the search mechanism, which is literally Python code, while the lower level optimizes the training configuration to drive up task performance. Let's break down the abstracted framework of this system. We have an outer loop meta-optimizing an inner auto-research loop. The real payload? It's the generation and injection of Python code right at runtime. It is actively and autonomously rewriting the underlying logic of how that inner loop searches for better hyperparameters. Section 1. The Bilevel Autoresearch Architecture. Pay close attention to the precise three-level nesting of this architecture. We've got level 1 handling the main task, level 1.5 managing our search configurations, and level 2 researching entirely new mechanisms. Now here is the absolutely crucial part. All three levels are utilizing the exact same DeepSeek language model. There's no stronger meta-level LLM swooping in to give it an unfair advantage. That means any performance improvements we see are stemming purely from structural mechanism changes driven by the architecture itself. Section 2, Level 1, the inner loop. Okay, so Level 1 operates on a pretty standard propose, train, evaluate, and keep or discard cycle. But to maintain rigorous experimental control, the whole system is running under a strict 300-second training budget per iteration on an RTX 5090, and it's capped at exactly 30 iterations total. We've also locked the architecture size parameters. That leaves the LLM free to propose edits to variables like learning rate, weight decay, and total batch size. Moving to Section 3, Level 1.5, the outer config. Now, running every 5 iterations, Level 1.5 is essentially there to manage stagnation. It reads the historical trace of proposals and their outcomes. If a parameter gets proposed 3 or more times with 0 net improvement, boom, it freezes it. Then it unfreezes parameters that were left unexplored in new regions and injects string guidance to force the inner loop to diversify its search. So it redirects attention, but it doesn't actually rewrite the rules of the game. Section 4, Level 2, Mechanism Research. This is where things get really wild. We're looking at a 4-round LMM dialog pipeline. Rather than just relying on a simple single-shot prompt, the LMM actually generates the mechanism, rigorously validates it via dynamic loading using import-lib, and then injects the Python patch. And if that generated code fails validation, it instantly reverts to a pre-patch backup, keeping the active runner totally safe. Breaking down this autonomous pipeline, we see 4 very strict phases: explore, critique, specify, and generate. First, the LLM explores adjacent fields. Think combinatorial optimization or multi-armed bandits. Then, it critiques candidates against the specific failure modes it observed in the trace. After that, it defines a strict class interface, and finally, outputs completely runnable Python code. It is quite literally writing a brand new search algorithm for itself on the fly. Section 5, the 4-group ablation study. All right, let's unpack the 4 experimental groups, which were explicitly designed to isolate the exact contribution of each nested architectural level. Group A is your baseline, pure auto-research. Group B adds that level 1.5 trace analysis we talked about. Group C is the big one, the full bilevel framework, complete with mechanism generation. And finally, Group D tests mechanism generation, but without the trace analysis guidance from level 1.5. When we dine into the quantitative validation BPB results across 3 repeats, the separation is just stark. Group C, our full bilevel system, hit a mean improvement of negative 0.045. To put that in perspective, that is a massive 5x improvement over the standard level 1 inner loop in Group A. And interestingly enough, Group B's parameter adjustment alone yielded basically no reliable gain over Group A. So it's clear the structural mechanism change is the active ingredient driving this performance. Section 6, Breaking LLM Search Priors. Why such a huge gap? Well, Group A essentially fell into this near deterministic repetition trap. It would just get stuck in loops of up to 22 consecutive discards, endlessly tweaking the exact same 2 parameters while totally ignoring the rest of the search space. But in stark contrast, Group C's injected mechanisms, specifically things it generated like Tabu Search and orthogonal exploration, forcefully shattered those repetitive patterns. That allowed it to unlock entirely new optimization directions. If you track the running minimum validation drops across all iterations, you see these incredibly distinct, steep improvements for Group C and D. And what's really amazing here is that those sharp drops align perfectly, I mean exactly, with the precise iterations where Level 2 interventions injected new mechanism code. So what was the secret behind that steep drop? It actually boiled down to a dramatic reduction in total batch size. You see, under a fixed 300-second budget on an RTX 5090, a smaller batch size actually allows for more gradient steps. But DeepSeek's default prior intrinsically assumes larger batch is better, so it always tried to increase it first. When that inevitably failed, Groups A and B just got totally blocked. It literally took the Level 2 mechanisms actively overriding that inherent LLM bias to force the model into exploring a batch size decrease. The paper highlights a pretty profound distinction here that I want to emphasize. True mechanism-level self-improvement means modifying the actual logic of how future improvements are generated, evaluated, and selected. We aren't just talking about passing a better prompt or caching a variable. We are talking about dynamically rewriting the fundamental structural rules of the search process while it is actively running. Which leaves us with this final, highly provocative thought. We've proven that a meta-level loop can rewrite the search mechanism of an inner loop to achieve a 5x gain. But what happens when we completely remove the ceiling? If Level 2 can fundamentally improve the search capabilities of Level 1, what's stopping us from feeding those discovered mechanisms back up the chain? Imagine enabling the meta-level loop to recursively optimize its own intelligence. The implications of that are absolutely staggering.